Good morning. Right, so this is me doing the return leg from the gym. And I've just spent the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes or so chatting to the receptionist. Um, Literally about the weather. That's how it started. So it's very interesting because we ended up talking about safety nets. And I mean, I have a long history of being sensible. Well, sensible, intelligent. So I figured out while I was still at school that life is more than going to school, getting a job, retiring, and dying, which is why I'm out here on the road by myself on a daily basis, looking after my health. While I was in the pool, uh, I never stop thinking. My brain doesn't switch off. So I was in the pool, and the thought occurred to me that if my sister had, did I just drop something? If my sister had done things differently, so I have no pension, no insurance, no nothing, right? Because going back to what I was saying, those are safety nets. My sister has all of those. So I think I'm only using my sister as the example because for as you know by now, for the last 5 years, I have been the one looking after her. Um, all right. So basically, I was in the pool, and the thought occurred that obviously she was fully aware that she needed to think about her future. So she did the insurance, did the life insurance. Sorry, yeah, life insurance, pension, etc. Whereas I didn't. And I'm sure, well, when I was in my 20s, early 20s, on occasions when I would say that I'm never going to get a mortgage, I'm never going to get pension, I'm never going to get life insurance, because all these things are safety nets and they prevent you from living life to the fullest, because you can sort of like ease back and think, well, I've got my pension, I've got my life insurance, I've got my house, etc. So, um, you live a less life than the one you're probably capable of living with that kind of mindset. And in so saying, people forget to look after their health. There are a lot of people who've got pensions and life insurances and mortgages. Or, no, 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 not mortgages, because they would have paid for their houses. Pensions, life insurance, no mortgage now, but that the money that perhaps they gained from the house, whatever the house was worth, is being paid into the social service system to look after them, because they can't look after themselves. So it's a bit like you're working so that you can give your money away at the end of your life when you have no quality of life. So yeah, so I'm going all over the place here. Yeah, so basically that was my thought. If not just my sister, I'm just using her as the example, so that I can get away with saying the things that I do. If people are mindful of the fact that they need to provide for their later years, then they could jolly well know that they need to make provisions to be able to look after themselves in later life, or should to avoid illness darkening their door, as has been the case with my sister. And I know people will say, "Good morning, you're right." I know people will say, "But you can't say whether or not you're going to get sick, but for the grace of God," and all this nonsense. Well, if you cultivate a relationship with God, you would come to understand that you can reason with him. And as is the case, you can see me walking back from the gym, check out the weather, right? You can reason with him and you can say, look, I am doing my part. You need to do your part, rather than sitting there being stupid, thinking God's will be done. Why on earth would God want us to be sick, crippled, diseased? For what purpose? So that we can burden others, right? Those were the thoughts that occurred to me while I was in the pool. Something always occurs as a thought, but anyway, yeah. So that's basically it. So I'm out here. I have no pension. I have no mortgage. I have no life insurance, but I'm healthy, and I intend to stay that way. This time last week, I was coming down with a cold. I was down and out with it much of last week, but I'm fully recovered now, and I plan to enjoy the sunshine that is incoming this week. I don't know where I'm gonna end up or what I'm going to be doing, but I intend to make the most of it. As much as my sister would like to, she can't, because she cannot get herself down the stairs, and I cannot get her down by myself. And here's where human beings are useless. And here is why I have my strong opinions, and I say things in the way that I do. In the same way that you see me out here walking by myself every morning to and from the gym, because no one would dare accompany me. Not that I would want them to, not that I need them to. In the same way, there are none that are willing, and in fact, even though might be willing, there are some who are physically not in shape to be able to assist with carrying my sister down the stairs. So what are we if we are useless, even to ourselves? We could have all the money in the world, the biggest, nicest house, family, friends, but if we cannot help ourselves, then I was going to say God help us, but then why should he? So I just think if my sister had as much faith in God as she has in me, because regardless of what's going on, she doesn't contribute to helping to solve problems. So whatever's going on, I have to fix everything. If she had that level of faith or confidence or reliance in God, she would not have ended up in a situation where I need to be donating a portion of my life to keeping her alive. And that's it. Right, so, and the other thing, there are people who are in crap shape, and I don't just mean physically, I mean mentally, spiritually, and health problems, who are quick to dish out advice. Actually, if you people want to listen to one another, good luck to you. But as for me, unless your life is at the level, at least on a level on par with mine, and I'm not to forget the aspects of looking after my sister, because I still keep going regardless, unless unless you're able to sort of like function in the way that I do, please do not give me any advice, because if you can't help yourself, then you have no business offering advice to others. That's it. Take care. Bye.